Takeshi was just your average high schooler, until he literally bumps into Mui, a mysterious girl who drags him straight into the secret world of mages. One oops later, he's a magician. Suddenly, reality isn't just homework and club activities. It's humans versus dangerous magic users. With his buddies roped in too, they enroll in a magic academy, where learning spells is way more intense and life-threatening than math class. Takeshi, your classic fatherless, edgy protagonist, who probably has a Discord profile pic of some anime dude holding a katana. His weekend hobby? Kendo practice. Why? Because swinging a stick around is way better than dealing with his depressing household. On his way to practice, he gets clung onto by his clingy blonde girlfriend Isoshima, who is basically the human version of, "Are you winning, son?" She follows him everywhere. And honestly, Takeshi secretly wishes Truck-kun would take her for a spin so he can breathe for once. But plot twist. As soon as Isoshima leaves for her judo classes, our boy literally bumps into a whole new problem. A mysterious girl named Mui. She basically crash lands unconscious right outside the kendo room. Being the awkward but decent guy he is, Takeshi hauls her to the nurse's office. Except the nurse is out. While he's sitting beside her, waiting for her to wake up, Mui starts mumbling "brother" and latches onto him. Takeshi, being as clueless as ever, thinks she's mistaking him for her long-lost sibling. Then she wakes up, realizes she's hugging a stranger, and immediately goes full gangster mode, pulls out a Glock from under her miniskirt. Yep, girls packing heat like it's GTA. Before Takeshi can even process this, Mui passes out again, an accidental kiss. Now Takeshi's like, "Oh my god, my first kiss," while completely ignoring the fact that she literally just aimed a gun at his head 2 seconds ago. Mui freaks out, pulls the Glock again, fires some warning shots, and instead of normal bullet holes, magic sparks fly out of the wall. Turns out her gun is basically a wand with attitude. She's shocked Takeshi can even see the magical aura, because normally only god-tier magicians can. Takeshi, meanwhile, just thinks she's crazy. Then things escalate fast. A magical scout bug finds them, and before they know it, Mui and Takeshi are surrounded by enemy magicians Taka, Haru, Ashika, and their leader Sugi. And get this, Sugi is actually Mui's brother, brainwashed by an evil magician gang called the Ghost Trailers. These guys hate humans and want to keep magic all to themselves. Mui's desperately trying to snap her brother out of his Justin Timberlake wannabe phase, but no dice. With their escape blocked, Takeshi decides to be a hero. Armed with nothing but his wooden kendo sword, he steps up against Taka's massive blade. Thanks to years of practice, he actually manages to land a solid hit. But of course, Takarages smashes Takeshi's stick, and in that moment, Takeshi awakens his hidden magic power, foresight. Now he can see a few seconds into the future, letting him dodge and counterattacks like a pro. Using this cheat code, he and Mui break through a frozen window and escape. But drama's not over. Isoshima finds Takeshi with Mui and instantly flips her jealous girlfriend's switch. Before she can strangle him, the ghost trailers show up again. Isoshima surprisingly goes full beast mode and unlocks her own corporeal magic, turning her into a buffed-up fighter. Even Takeshi's best friend Ida joins in, unlocking destructive fire magic. After a wild brawl, Takeshi and Mui team up to pull off a combo move. Mui flashbangs Taka with magic, while Takeshi cracks him across the neck. Victory secured. Finally, Mui reveals the big secret. To stay safe, they'll have to head into the ruined world, a distorted dimension that's half Tokyo, half wasteland, where humans and magicians clash in secret. So after barely surviving, Mui decides it's time for the group to get some actual answers. She drags Takeshi, Isoshima, and Ida to her school Subaru Magic High School. Basically Hogwarts, but with more madness and Glock-wielding lolis. Speaking of lolis, when they finally meet the headmistress, Shijumoka, everyone's jaw drops because this magical authority figure is literally a white-haired loli who looks like she should be in daycare, not running a school. But hey, anime logic. Mocha wastes no time dumping some serious lore on the group. Apparently, 16 years ago, there was a massive magic war where a big bad dude named Ruji Kazuma and his Ghost Trailer fan club tried to wipe out humanity using a terrifying spell called Last Requiem. Think nuke, but make it magical. Luckily, the 15 strongest mages from different communities stepped in, and instead of humanity getting clapped, they split the world in two. The normal world for humans, and the ruined world for all the messy magical fallout. Tokyo got caught in the blast zone, which is why the ruined world looks like a half-broken DLC map. To prevent magicians from turning the human world into another battlefield, a legendary wizard slapped a spell called the Gift over it. Basically, no ancestral magic allowed in the human world, only basic magic, like discount versions of the real thing. Mocha then explains the types of ancestral magic like she's giving them a syllabus: evasive, illusion, destructive, black, accelerative, and corporeal. She casually drops that Takeshi's rocking evasive magic, Isoshima's got corporeal, and Mui herself is accelerative. Oh, and of course, there's a mysterious, special magic class. Nobody talks about classic anime foreshadowing. After the history lesson, Mocha lays down the options: either stay at the academy and learn magic, or give it up and go back to boring civilian life. Takeshi, being the main character energy guy, signs up immediately. Isoshima tries to bail, but thanks to peer pressure, ends up stuck too. Ida? He's just vibing and rolling with it. Mocha, being a troll, even drops Mui from Elite Class S to Rookie Class C as punishment for dragging humans into her magical mess. So now she's stuck babysitting them. Things only get juicier when the group has to pick their aspects, basically magic weapons or items that channel their powers. Isoshima and Ida whip theirs out no problem, but Takeshi hasn't chosen one yet. Mui dragging him to the shop. She flexes her own aspect. Arthur, the Glock she's been carrying since 6th grade. Yes, really, and reveals her brother Shuganashi's sword Lancelot came from their late magician dad. The storekeeper then shows Takeshi a sword with some serious history, a relic once wielded by one of the legendary evasive magicians from the Big War. Naturally, Takeshi picks it up, and the sword immediately starts glowing and draining his magic like a phone charger on 1%. After almost collapsing, he discovers this sword named Twilight can actually transform into a gunsword hybrid if loaded with magic cartridges. The shopkeeper even throws in 3 bullets as a welcome gift. Pretty OP for a starter pack, not gonna lie. Back in class, they find Ida has basically nuked the entire room with his destructive magic, but their teacher just shrugs it off like it's another Tuesday. Meanwhile, on the villain side, 2 ghost trailer psychos, Violet and Kipe, go on a full murder spree, then teleport away in the dumbest fashion possible while still sitting inside a car. The next day at Subaru Magic Academy, our boy Takeshi is busy trying to figure out how to channel his powers into his new sword, while Isoshima is out here unintentionally running a one-girl fan service show. Thanks to her transformation magic, she's rocking an outfit that has every cultured dude on campus drooling like they just saw a new anime figure announcement. Naturally, Takeshi, green with jealousy, begs her to turn into a kid or something. Yeah, bad move. Isoshima immediately side-eyes him, convinced her childhood friend has some very questionable tastes. Before that misunderstanding gets any weirder, Ida comes in clutch by literally blowing up part of the training ground with his destruction magic. Then Mui shows up, all smiles, waving at Isoshima because they're late for gym. Off they go to the girls' locker room, where, while changing, Mui casually whips out 2 tickets for a love fortune-telling booth and insists Isoshima should go with her. Isoshima, already salty, reluctantly takes one, but then notices Mui's growth spurt. Envy meter, maxed out. She storms off to gym class solo, leaving Mui blinking in confusion. Still, despite the awkward start, the two slowly warm up to each other during gym. Later, the gang bumps into each other, but some random students decide to throw shade at Mui, calling her a traitor because of her brother Sugi being in the ghost trailers. Embarrassed, Mui bolts, leaving everyone confused. A teacher explains there are over 50 magic communities, but only 7 of them have top-tier voting rights. The leader of these groups is the Wizard Brace, which Mui belongs to. Since her brother joined the ghost trailers, people see her as a traitor by blood. Takeshi, hearing the word traitor, starts spacing out, haunted by memories of his own brother Gecko, who once saw him as a backstabber. Isoshima has to snap him out of it before they're late again. During lunch, Takeshi discovers something worse than bad cafeteria food. Dudes passing around swimsuit pics of Isoshima like trading cards. Furious, he confiscates everything and proudly declares he's her boyfriend. Mui overhears this and, feeling guilty because of that accidental kiss earlier, runs off in shame. Isoshima, however, thinks Takeshi's staring at Mui too much and suspects he's cheating. Spiral of misunderstandings unlocked. Fed up, Isoshima goes to the love fortune teller booth. After some dramatic card shuffling, the fortune lady drops the bomb. Takeshi's cheating with another girl. Furious, Isoshima storms off, determined to lock lips with him before Mui steals her thunder. She tries to surprise kiss him in the hallway, but Takeshi blocks her face with his hand like she's an incoming volleyball. Feeling rejected, she distances herself from him for days. Mui comes in trying to comfort Takeshi, telling him it's not his fault, and she even pats him on the head. Of course, Isoshima sees this from afar and totally misreads the situation. Classic rom-com. Things only escalate when some creep tries to harass her. Isoshima freezes up, scarred by memories of a stalker from her middle school days. Thankfully, Takeshi swoops in like a true hero, scares off the guy, and reminds her why he started pretending to be her boyfriend in the first place to protect her from losers like that. The flashback rolls in. Back when they were kids, Takeshi told Gecko he was dating Isoshima. Gecko, who had a crush on her, felt betrayed, ran into the street, and nearly got yeeted into another dimension by Truck-kun. Back in the present, Isoshima and Takeshi finally make up, their fake relationship slipping into real feelings again. As a cheeky bonus, she snatches all the swimsuit photos Takeshi had confiscated earlier, but leaves him with one of her best shots. Because apparently, even in magical worlds, waifu merch is a love language. Things heat up fast when Mui sneaks back to the sketchy love fortune teller, hoping to find clues about her brother. Surprise! The fortune lady rats out Tanishi's location, basically handing Mui a one-way ticket into danger. The next day, while Ida is struggling with his magic training like, seriously, the guy could blow himself up at any second, Isojima comes running with panic all over her face. Mui's gone missing! Taki doesn't waste a second, he's off to rescue her, dragging Ida and Isojima along for the ride. Their teacher? Useless. The headmistress Mocha? Busy handling a massive battle elsewhere. So, it's just the kids, heading into the ruined world like total daredevils. Meanwhile, Mui is wandering through the ruined Tokyo landscape, reminiscing about sweet old memories with her brother like when he made her a cute penguin out of magic. Heartwarming, right? Except, yeah, she's literally walking into a trap. Back with Taki's group, they sneak out by tailing some seniors to the teleportation station. There, a no-nonsense concierge basically tells them, "Go home, you'll die out there." But, of course, they ignore her like stubborn anime protagonists. A random dude gets incinerated right in front of them, as proof the world is a death trap. And still, they're like, yup, let's go. Out in the field, Mui finally finds Tanishi, but bad news. He's working with the fortune teller to bait her out. Tanishi easily overpowers Mui, drains her powers, and she collapses. Just as things look dire, Taki and the squad burst in. Epic showdown. Taki rushes in, sword drawn, clashing against Tanishi, who spams ice spells like it's a blizzard sale. Ida ends up taking a full freeze attack for Taki, basically turning into an ice popsicle. Instead of busting out his usual destructive magic, Ida just kind of freezes. While Ida is running out of air, Taki's getting hammered by ice barrages. But our boy refuses to back down. He dodges, counters, and even manages to break Ida free in the chaos. With Mui unconscious, Taki orders Isojima to heal her while he sets up his big play. Working together with Ida, who infuses magic into a bullet, Taki loads it into his sword cartridge. The result? A blazing, fiery upgrade that lights up the battlefield. With his sword burning like a mini-sun, Taki unleashes Blast Fog, a wall of flames that pushes Tanishi back. Just when it looks like Taki might actually win, the smoke clears to reveal Kaipe another big player, and definitely bad news. Kaipe sizes them up, realizes reinforcements are on their way, and decides to retreat, dragging Tanishi with him. Victory? Sort of. Mui's safe, but her brother's still out there. Back at the academy, Mocha lays down the law. Stay inside. No more reckless adventures. But Taki refuses. He gets that Mui can't give up on her brother, and he promises to keep helping her. Instead of punishment, Mocha gives them a chance, prove themselves in the upcoming ancestral magic exam. Elsewhere, Keep reports to the mysterious V, blaming their failure on the sudden appearance of the Twilight Sword, wielded by none other than Taki. Now V, who also happens to be a teacher at Subaru Academy, is tasked with unmasking the new wielder. As November rolled in, Subaru Academy cranked up the drama by building a whole exam arena out of illusion magic. First up, the evasive magic test, where the goal was simple: run to a building in the distance without getting wrecked. Sounds easy until machine gun spiders showed up. Poor Taki immediately found himself dodging bullets like some anime Neo. But just when things couldn't get weirder, he spotted Taco, the same ghost trailer guy he'd fought before, just strolling around like it was a morning walk. Taki confronted him, but plot twist: Taco had no memory of him whatsoever. Turns out, the Academy had wiped his brain clean. Meanwhile, Isojima was stuck in a maze for her corporeal magic test. Ida was running for his life from a zombie horde, and Mui was blasting away targets in the accelerative test like she was at a carnival shooting gallery. Back on Taki's level, things escalated fast when a massive rhino decided to make him its chew toy. To make matters worse, a shady figure used black magic to teleport everyone to Isojima's maze. where chaos broke out instantly. A giant rock golem appeared, and things got dicey until Tako, yes, memory-wiped Tako saved Isojima by slicing the monster in one clean move. He then asked Isojima if they'd met before, leaving her stunned. Before she could spill the tea, Tako got injured and was forced out of the test. The whole squad eventually regrouped, shared their confusing "Tako lost his memory" stories, and decided to focus on finishing the exam. But, of course, the maze had other plans. Another massive golem dropped from the sky like it was auditioning for WWE. The group tried everything magic blasts, teamwork, shouting, but nothing worked. Taki reminded Ida about his magic bullet, which they'd planned to use for emergencies. Ida tossed it and completely flopped. The bullet landed embarrassingly far away, forcing Mui and Isojima to distract the golem while Taki scrambled to fetch it. Ida, not wanting to look useless, finally manned up and blasted the monster with destructive magic, which knocked both the golem and himself into a bush. With the bullet in hand, Taki powered up his Twilight Sword, lit it on fire with blast fog, and sliced the golem in half like a flaming sushi roll. Victory! But of course, someone was watching. A mysterious card floated through a teleportation pit, landing in the hands of V, a teacher with a shady past. Just by touching it, she replayed the whole fight in her mind and scoffed. Twilight wasn't being used to its full potential, and she, the original owner, wanted it back. Yeah, Taki's problems just got bigger. Elsewhere, Mocha, the head mistress, tried to relax with a massage, but couldn't shake the thought that the ghost trailers had wormed their way into the academy. And she was right. Things were already spiraling. Back with the kids, Isojima invited Taki to her family's New Year tradition of buying good luck charms for his brother, Gecko. Taki refused, sparking a heated fight that left Isojima storming home. To make things worse, Gecko himself showed up, asking Isojima to visit the shrine. She agreed, venting about Taki's absence, only for Gecko to drop a bomb. He'd be enrolling at Subaru Academy in April, so the whole fake couple act with Taki wouldn't be necessary anymore. Meanwhile, Kippei and Tanishi lurked in the shadows, spying on Gecko like creeps. Back at the academy, Mui collapsed with a high fever, and Taki, being the semi-responsible guy he is, carried her to her dorm. She got loopy, pulled him into bed, and right at that moment, Isojima walked in. Misunderstanding comes in again. She kicked them both out, furious. Taki later explained to Mui that his relationship with Isojima was always fake, just a shield to keep creeps away. But Isojima still had real feelings, and the tension between them hung heavy throughout the entire winter break.